Hello everyone, this is part 1 on how to make a simple Flappy Bird type game in Scratch. In this tutorial, I will be creating a bird that can fly and jump in the air, and also some pipes that spawn randomly from the edge of the screen. Anyways, let's get started. So let's start by creating the bird. So I'm going to go to the costumes of this Scratch Cat, and I'm going to delete the second one, and I'm going to clear this one, and I'll draw my own bird. So I'll start by creating a circle. Let's see, about this size I think. Now I'm going to add a black outline to it, right here, to maybe I think size 5 is good. I'll decrease the circle a little bit though, maybe to this big. Alright, and since I'm making a bird, I'll make it yellow on the inside. So about this color. Alright, so let's see. Now I'll draw the eye. So I'm drawing another circle. I'll make it this big. And I'll position this right over here. Okay. I'll actually make this fill black, and I'll keep the outline. So yeah. Now I'm going to draw a beak. So I'll draw 2 lines like this. Okay. And I'll make the fill yellow. Actually, the same color as the bird, so this. And then I gotta make sure the beak is under the bird. So I'm going to shift it backwards, like that. And I think I'm going to add some legs, so I'll just draw some quick lines like this. And there. So yeah, this is a really quick drawing. I don't want to spend too much time drawing, so that's why I quickly created a bird. So yeah. Anyways, now I am done, and I'm going to go back to the code. And now let's start coding the bird. So I want the bird to be able to jump when I press the mouse button. So to do that, let's go to the events, and then drag this when flag clicked onto here. And now let's go to control, and then grab a forever loop. And I'm going to drag an if-then statement. And then I'm going to go to sensing. That's where the mouse down stuff is. Then I'll drag the mouse down into the if-then. So pretty much what happens is that when I press the green flag, then this keeps checking if the mouse is down. So now we want to actually do stuff when the mouse is down. So first of all, we want the bird to be affected by gravity. So pretty much when the bird falls, it falls faster and faster over time. So to do that, we actually have to create a variable. So let's go to variables, and let's create one. Let's call this y velocity, and let's select for the sprite only. So pretty much this variable is only, or actually can only be used by the bird. So now let's click OK. And what our y velocity variable is going to do is that it's going to be the speed of the bird in the y position, which is up and down. So pretty much if our y velocity is going to be 3, then the bird is going to move upwards constantly at 3 units. And if our y velocity is, let's say, -10, then our bird is going to move downwards constantly by 10 units. However, we want the bird to move downwards faster and faster, right? We want the bird to fall faster and faster over time. So we're going to actually be changing the y velocity, which means that we're going to be changing the speed in which the bird moves down over time. So it's like gravity. So let's first set the y velocity to 0 when the flag is clicked. And okay, let's make the bird start over here. So that's like, let's go to motion. So -172 and 0 in the y position. And then let's see. So what we want is that we want the y position of the bird to be always changing by the y velocity variable, or the speed. So actually, to make this more clear, I'm going to rename the y velocity variable to change in y. So I think that's easier to understand. But anyways, let's go back to the motion blocks. And what I'm going to do is drag a change y block, drag it inside of the forever loop, and then I'll go to variables and drag the change in y variable inside of the change y by block. So what this is that the y position of the bird is always going to change by the change in y. So now we have to set the values for the change in y. So if we press the mouse button, we want to set the change in y by, let's say, 9. So pretty much what happens is that when we click, then the speed of the bird will be going upwards by 9, and it would keep going up. So let's try it out. When we press, then it keeps going up, like that. So yeah, but now of course we want the bird to fall. So what we can do is actually just drag a change in y by block and put it in the forever loop. And let's change it by, let's say, negative 0.8. Sorry, negative 0.8. So since there's gravity, we always want the bird to be going downwards. So now let's try it out. Now, as you can see, it works. There's gravity because the bird keeps going down by negative 0.8. And then when we press the mouse button, then the speed of the bird changes to 9. So yeah, that's a really simple jumping script we have right here. And anyways, that'll do it for right now for the bird. So now let's create our pipes where the bird's going to go through. So let's click the button over here and let's create a new sprite. So I'm just going to draw some simple pipes. Let's see. I'm going to draw a rectangle like this. And I'm going to make the pipes green. And alright. And now I'm going to add another rectangle. Put it right here. Like this. Okay, I'll make the pipes a bit thicker. Alright. Okay. Cool. Alright. So this is going to be the top pipe, and now we want the bottom pipe. So let's create a new costume. Actually, let's duplicate this one, and then I'm just going to flip it. So let's select the entire thing, and then let's flip vertically, and now we have the bottom pipe. Alright, so we have the top and the bottom pipe. So let's first name these. I'll name this top pipe, and this one bottom pipe. And alright, let's go back to the code. So, of course, we want a when flag clicked. And what we want is that we want this sprite to be creating copies of the top and bottom pipe, because we're going to have more than one pipe on the screen at any given time. So just to make it easier to manage, we don't want the actual sprite to show. So let's go to looks and then hide the sprite when the flag is clicked. And now we want the sprite to keep creating clones. So let's go to control and then drag a forever loop. And let's go to events. Oh, sorry, not events, control. And let's drag a create clone of myself and put it inside of the forever loop. So it's going to keep creating clones of the pipe. And we actually wanted to create 2 clones of the pipe because we have a top and the bottom pipe. So if we try it right now, then it's only going to create the clones of the bottom pipe. Oh, of course, the pipes aren't shown. But anyways, if we do show the pipes, let's just drag it when they start as a clone and also a show. Then the pipes are, there's like tons of clones of the pipes, like that. But we want this sprite to simultaneously create the top and bottom pipes. So let's actually first create a variable. And let's name this bottom or top pipe, I guess. And make sure to select for the sprite only. This is very important, otherwise it won't work. So select for the sprite only, and then click OK. And now what we want to do is to set bottom or top pipe, and then drag it to the forever loop right before it creates a clone of itself. And let's set it to top. And then let's duplicate this, and then put it under here. And then we want to set bottom or top pipe to bottom, and then it creates a clone of itself again. So I'll explain to you later what this does, but pretty much the clone is going to use this variable to know whether it is the top or the bottom pipe. So anyways, let's add a wait in here. So let's go to events, actually a control, and then let's drag a wait to 1 second, and I'll change this to maybe 3 seconds. Alright, and now in the when I start as a clone, we want to show it, and now we want to add a if-else statement. So let's drag that, and we want to check if it's the top pipe, then it switches its costume to the top pipe costume, and if it's the bottom pipe, then it's going to switch costume to the bottom pipe costume. So that's why we use this variable. So let's do that. So let's go to operators, grab an equals operator, drag inside of here, and let's go to variables, grab the bottom or top pipe variable, put inside here, and if the bottom or top pipe variable is equal to bottom, make sure it's spelled the same as how you spelled it here. But if it's bottom, then we want it to switch costume to bottom pipe. And else, if it is top, then we switch costume to top pipe. So it's as simple as that. Now, let's try this out. It's not going to work, but let's just see how it is so far. So as you can see, this actually spawns the top and bottom pipe, like that. Alright, so now we want the top and bottom pipes to actually be positioned correctly. We want the top pipe right here, and bottom pipe right here. So to do that, for now, let's just go to motion and grab a go to, put it after the switch costume to bottom pipe, and for the bottom pipe, let's see, let's make it go like right here for now. So we want it to spawn at the edge of the screen, right? Because the pipes are going to move from the right to the left. So X position 259 and Y position -212. Alright, and for the top pipe, let's see, let's make it spawn, let's say right here. So 259 and Y position 54. Alright, so let's try that for now. So as you can see, the top and bottom pipes spawn like this. And now we want the top and bottom pipes to move to the left side of the screen, right? So to do this is to go to control and grab a repeat until block. Let's put that after the if-else statement. So what the repeat until block does is that it keeps doing something as long as the thing in here is true, and then after the thing in here is false, then it runs the code after. So of course, since we want the blocks to disappear after reaching the left side of the screen, we want to grab a operator. Let's grab a lesser than operator, put inside here, and let's go to motion, grab the X position block right here, drag it inside of the repeat until operator, and we want to check if the X position is less than a certain number, then the clones delete itself. So let's see, let's first show the initial sprite, and let's see right here. So if the X position is less than -237, then the clones should delete themselves. So let's go to control, and let's grab a delete this clone and drag it after the repeat until. So of course we want the pipes to be moving to the left until the X position is less than -237. So let's go to motion And let's grab a change x by block and put it inside of the repeat until. And let's change it by, let's say, -5. So we want the pipes to move towards the left by 5 units until it reaches the edge here, and then it hides. So yeah, let's try it out. And as you can see, the pipes work like that. And we can like increase or decrease the spawn rate. So maybe you can wait like 1 second, and we can see there's the pipes like this. And they also disappear once they touch the left edge of the screen, and they appear from the right. So yeah, the pipes seem to be working. However, we want spawning in the Y position. So to do that, we actually have to create a new variable. So let's create a new variable. Let's call it random Y spawn, I guess. Random Y spawn position. And let's select for the sprite only, and then click OK. So what we want to do is to set a random Y position for the blocks to spawn from. So to do that, let's first drag this into this forever loop before it creates clones of the pipes. And let's go to operators to grab the pick random and put it inside of the set random Y spawn position. And let's see. Let's maybe... Okay, let's deal with this later, but let's see the range in which the pipes can spawn. So I'm going to show the original sprite, and I'm going to do some testing. So let's see. I think the top pipe should be right here around. This would be the highest point it can spawn. So that's Y position 153. And the lowest position for the bottom pipe is going to be, let's say right here. So -284. So for now, let's just put in what was it again? 153, I think. Yeah, 153 to -284, I think. Let's just double check. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so this is going to be the range in which the pipes can spawn. But, oh yeah, one important thing. I think to make this easier, let's go to the costumes and make sure that the pipes are actually positioned where we want them. So, let's say, let's copy this bottom pipe and put it into the top pipe for now. And let's say we want our space to be this big, right? Then we want to make sure that the top pipe and bottom pipe are positioned like this in each of their costumes. So I'm going to move this to the middle, right here. Okay, I think this is the middle. Alright, so right here. So now I'm going to delete the bottom pipe. Or actually not yet. I'm going to first duplicate this, and then I'm going to delete the bottom pipe. And now I'm going to go to my duplicate, and then I'm going to delete the top pipe. And now we don't need this extra bottom pipe costume. So yeah. Anyways, now we have the top pipe and bottom pipe where we want them. And I'm going to first rename this to bottom pipe. Alright, cool. So of course, you can change the space in which is between the top and bottom pipe. So that's up to you. But yeah, let's go back to the code now. And let's see. Let's find our range in Y positions again now. So let's see. For the top pipe, I'd say Y position 79. And for the bottom pipe, I'd say Y position -79. Alright, that works well. So now, because I repositioned these two pipes to where I want them, it's now super easy. So all you have to do is to go to variables and then drag the random Y spawn position into the go to XY in the Y. So let's drag that into here for both the top and the bottom pipe. And now let's try it out. So as you can see, it works. However, the pipes are entirely on the screen, like there's some empty space. But of course, we can go to the costumes and change that, but at least the random Y position works. So as you can see, they're spawned randomly. So to change, or actually to fix the problem, let's go to costumes, and all we need to do is to increase this length of the rectangle. So let's drag this entire rectangle down here, and I'm going to drag this rectangle upwards like this. Alright, now I'm going to select the entire thing, and then drag it back up. I think it was right around here. Okay, maybe a bit more downwards. Yeah, about right. Alright, and now let's do the same for the bottom pipe. Move it up here. Drag the rectangle down here. And then drag the entire thing back down. So right around here, I think. So yeah, alright, looks good. Okay, I think this one's positioned a bit to the left, so I'll move it back. Maybe this one a bit to the left. Alright, cool. So now let's run it. And as you can see, the pipes now spawn like this. They're in a random Y position, and the entire pipe covers like both the top and the bottom edges of the screen. So awesome. I think I'm going to increase the gap a bit because I don't think the bird can go through like very easily, or if it's possible at all. So let's increase the gap, and to do that, it's really simple. You just move the top and the bottom pipe upwards and downwards. So the top pipe upwards, like this, and the bottom pipe downwards, like this. Alright, and make sure your gap is equal on both the top and the bottom, compared to the middle, like over here, versus over here. So yeah, it looks about right. Now let's try it. And now the gap is much larger. So awesome. I'll make the bird a bit smaller, I think. So I'll go back to the bird. I'm going to go to looks and change the size, or set the size, to maybe 80. Okay, I think that's better. So yeah, now I think for the bird, it looks a bit like too still when it jumps. So I think I'm going to rotate it when it jumps, so it looks like it's actually flapping. So to do that, let's just go to motion and drag a point in direction and drag it under the if mouse down. And I'm going to change it to, let's say 45 degrees. And what this does is that it's going to change it to like this when it jumps. But of course, we want the bird to rotate back to its original position, which was 90 degrees. So let's just grab an if statement, and then put it inside of the forever loop. And let's go to operators, grab a lesser than operator, and we want to check if the direction, which is in the motions, is less than 90, which was its starting direction. Then we want it to turn clockwise, let's say 3 degrees. So pretty much if the bird is like this, then it's going to keep rotating until it faces the right. So let's try it out. Now, as you can see, there is some motion with the bird. So when it flaps, it sort of moves back like that. So I think it looks better like this. And I might change it to maybe turn 4 degrees. So let's try it. Alright. I think that looks much better. So yeah, now let's make a simple lose state. So when the bird touches the pipes, then let's just stop the game for right now. So let's see. Let's drag a if statement inside of the forever loop. And let's go to sensing. And let's detect if touching sprite 2 or the pipes. Then it's going to stop all. So let's go to control, and let's stop everything. So let's try it out. And yeah, when it touched a pipe, then the entire game stopped. Alright, so okay, I'm going to first hide all of my variables. Alright, so now let's try it again. Okay, and when it touched the pipe, then the entire game stopped. Alright, cool. Okay, and it's like this. Okay, I think I'm going to add a simple background. So I'll go to backdrops here, go to costumes or backdrops, and then I'm going to fill it, or actually I'll convert to bitmap, and then I'll fill this maybe to a light blue. Let's see, like this, and alright, now we have some simple backdrop. So yeah, this is our completed game. Or actually not completed, but a completed working game. So alright, cool. Let's see. Yeah, this is a bit hard right now, but you know, you can tweak it to change the difficulty to make it easier maybe. So yeah. Alright. So anyways, that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I will be adding a score counter and a moving background, as well as improving the birds and pipes. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe too, if you haven't already. Anyways, that's it for this video. See ya!